Welcome everybody. We are on the podcast, outrageously chaotic podcast, I should say.
The outrageously chaotic
and
podcast.
Today we are doing a couple of things. We are talking about our reactions to the show we were talking about yesterday.
Yes.
New Texas Pro Show. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I was just saying yes. Just a brief part of our show yesterday.
Yeah, just a little summary of what we experienced and all these matches that we got to see, which none were bad. I can't even think of a bad moment in there. So it was the show was called BOESCH, BOESCH.
Yes.
Look that up if you can. Watch it if you can. Not just because we were front row, but because it's a damn good match, damn good show, pretty much. And so
it's on that. What's it? IW something.
IWTV, and I don't know if it's on Fight yet. I'll have to check, but I think it's mostly on IWTV. And let me think. I think that's about it, right? Yeah.
Either way, shout out to all the wrestlers that night.
For real,
great.
Everybody brought it. Like, I saw no boring moments at all.
Yeah.
And like every single one of them, like, not that any wrestlers can't wrestle, but boy, they really brought that stuff, man. There was like not a dull moment at all.
Yeah, and even if there was a botch, they cleaned it up
real
nice.
Quick.
And there wasn't really many botches anyways. It's just
like, you see some like little things where it was supposed to like go a different way, but like they fixed it up later on, like that 619 situation.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. It was just a little small reference. Let's see here. Where is the thing? So we had, starting off the show, we had Roxy versus Masha Slamovic, which was a damn good show. Start to the show, I would say there.
No disqualification, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I assume because they weren't getting disqualified for using them, so.
Well, I mean, but I didn't know if the match said on the card.
I don't remember it saying it on the card either, but
that's okay. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It was good. It was a really good match. Perfect way to start it, I would think, because like a championship match is always a good way to kind of bump things up a little bit, get the energy hot, and then and then after, let me see, what we had a lot of table spots. A lot. And I got
that ending table spot where Masha landed on the table.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Crack, it just went pop.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt my back looking at that though. I was like, oh my god, that was lethal, bro. Oh, it's too bad. That was so good. It really could have gone either way, really. But at the same time, I can tell that Roxy's very popular here around. I don't know if she's popular on the other shows or whatever, but right in that promotion for sure, she's like hot stuff going on.
I mean, she was the champ, so.
Yeah. Well, from the reactions alone, I could kind of tell that she's the hot shit there right now. And then again, Billy's getting up there too. Billy Starks that we saw last night. Spicy.
Masha wasn't bad either.
Yeah, she was great. She was absolutely great.
So if you don't know who she is, like if you need to look her up, guys, girls,
it's let me
just look up for Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille.
She had red hair with the blonde like streak or whatever. So it's like.
The funniest part was she wasn't even like acknowledging you. It was just like,
I know, man. I was like, Cruella DeVille
2 or 3 times, and it's just like radio silence. I was like, what the?
I just like shit. I gave up after that because I was hoping she would interact. I mean, she did interact with us a few times. We caught her on some stuff and
a couple times.
With the bantering and stuff, and she kind of looked over at us and was just like,
yeah, like it was funny because you did most of it, and I just kind of was like, because I was just like, I was thinking of certain things, but I'm just like, I don't like. I did different ones, like, oh, what happened, and just like saying stupid stuff. Oh, it's just, oh gosh, oh that wasn't nice. Like old girl, I found out her name, the manager of Rachel Rose, Haley. Her name is Haley. Her Cannonball Haley. Is her at. So I thought
we'll talk about her
when we get to that. But
that match.
Yeah. But yeah.
Overall, the championship match to start off. I mean, that's, you know, you've got talent if you're gonna sit there and put the championship match first.
Right.
Okay, because usually you save it for the last, but you put it first. It's like, hey, I have confidence that this is gonna not be, you know, just that sleeper match where you're just like, oh, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. No, this was legit. Like,
there was no bathroom breaks, basically.
No.
None.
I mean, I never went to the bathroom. I
didn't even know they had a bathroom.
They do, but that's anyway.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Well, not to knock on them, but I didn't even check because I was, you know,
I was watching the action. I
was busy.
Didn't pay attention to the bathrooms or nothing. I was just like, man, this is great.
Right, just being in that place, even though it's like a little small, like a little small spot, but it was still amazing. Like all the noise and energy in there was great.
Yeah.
So, and we packed it all in there. So. Yep. Let me get to the next. Let me see. Oh no, the next match was, if I remember correctly, was Fly Def versus Great Scott and Remedy, which was again another really good match. I was impressed by Fly Def.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying I was very. What's the? What I just said? Impressed by Fly Def. Yeah, it's the first time I seen him.
That was the first time I saw them too, and I kind of gave them a little. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I said on
stream. Yeah, you said.
I know that.
I can't remember either. I remember a couple of things you said off stream, but not on stream.
Yeah, off camera I was saying like
things.
not
bad things or anything, but like
just like they didn't look like somebody that.
They
just didn't look like anything, but man, they changed my mind. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and then I didn't.
Like, hold up.
All right, and they're Houston dudes too, so that's another cool thing. And I assumed, well, I didn't assume, but like I thought like maybe they were like from another like Dallas or something like that, and like just kind of not really just coming up, but like, you know, kind of rolling around and stuff like that. But man, they did real good stuff. And Great Scott and Remedy, they did their thing too. Scott was very aggressive, and Remedy, he was just a lot of people liked Remedy for sure. They liked Remedy, but didn't like Scott.
Well, I think like for me, what I was witnessing with Remedy is he's more of the silent giant.
Yeah, silent giant like character.
He kind of like. And like, go get him. Go get him.
Right.
But not really speak. He just.
Right.
And then goes.
Yep. But he was cool. He did good stuff. Very agile for a big guy like that. He didn't seem very like, to me, like, they're not to knock anybody, but there's always the bigger wrestlers that are kind of clunky. They get a little clunky around some stuff. So, and again, it's not their fault and everything. It just can't be that agile a lot of times. But you know, when they do, it's crazy. So. Yeah.
And Nasty Co was out there as.
Thank you. You reminded me.
Stable.
He messed up too. Yeah. Well, we can talk about him here on this situation now.
Yeah, he interfered a little bit.
Tiny bit. Yeah, he was trying. It's like he barely tried, and that's what, you know, led to Fly Def winning, because they got a clean win or whatever. Because Nasty Co was trying to cheat, and it just backfired and all that good stuff. And invented and I can't remember who got pinned. I think it was Scott. I think Scott got pinned. And then
I can't remember either.
And then I can't remember. No, it's probably later. They left, and they were kind of mad at Nasty Co or whatever, and like.
Yeah, that's because he didn't like you said. He
didn't help.
Like, he tried, but he didn't like try.
Tried.
Yeah, he tried to help his stable, but he was just like, He was more into himself, doing his little La Parka knee.
Yeah, a little knock-kneed self. Say, what in the world? And noodle legging over there.
He's like shaking out a fart.
You're right.
Yeah, they ended up losing, and they walked away. Like, they didn't even like wait for Nastico or like try to do anything. They just like, I'm out of here.
Right. Yeah, they left. They was like, and like you kind of already figured out that there was kind of like some problems or whatever. There's going to be some dissent or whatever, but like not a whole.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that part later. But a whole like dysfunction and whatnot.
Yeah, it basically gave foreshadowing to
what was going to happen later.
But if you're not like picking up on that stuff like we kind of do, then it's just like, okay, well, they're mad that they lost it.
Yeah, and they just mad that he didn't help too well.
Some manager you are.
Right.
Anyway.
I think the next match after that was the Lone Star Championship match, the Fatal 4-Way, which was really good.
That was, man.
High impact, really high action. They were fighting in the crowd.
Oh man.
And they had a fun like super kick spot where they all did like super kicked each other like 2 or 3 times, and then the fourth time they just did the Ric Flair.
Super kick, kick up, and
super kick, and then the Ric Flair.
Super kick, flip up, super kick, kick up. And they're just like, flat.
Yeah, and it just like fell down. That was crazy.
Cole Roderick.
Yeah, Cole Roderick.
Flip. Yeah, he did that flip
onto
all 3 of the other guys.
Yeah.
He like ran from one side of the ring and was like, and then like flipped onto all 3 guys and tumbled over them. That was a really cool spot right there.
Yeah, it was. Him and his scream.
But it started out like they always have the champ come out last, so he's coming out, and next thing you know, one of the dudes suicide dives through the ropes, and then the next one and the next one. It was like 3 or 4 like
pretty much everybody in the match did one.
Each person got like 4 times around.
Right. It was crazy. We got suicidas all over.
Even.
Right.
And what's his name? I forgot. He's like something Lee or whatever.
Yeah, Braden Lee. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, Braden Lee, whenever he went to the... I was like, oh, shit.
He's like, oh, shit.
Right, like, oh, damn it. But he was cool, though. He did pretty good stuff. He was I will say, like, from his picture on the thing, his wrestling style is actually different from his aesthetic on the picture, for me anyway.
The picture makes him look like Ivan Drago from Rocky, to me at least.
Strongman type of thing.
Just the coloring or whatever, the coloring of like the gold color that they have for that poster. But it didn't I don't know, I was like, look, this dude must be like a
power dude.
He's probably like a technical wrestler.
Yeah, very kind of like European style type of thing. I thought it was going to be something like that. And of course we had Joe DeMauro in there. He had the very high flying style like we thought he would, and he was probably. I'm trying to see if Max was not that they're better or anything like that, but seeing if we got more high spots from Joe than we did Max.
I think they kind of shared it equally. Honestly, I think everybody did.
I think so too. Now that I think about it.
All not necessarily somebody probably did more, but I mean I think they all hands down evenly matched. High spot with high spot, just continuing to
Yeah, there was no stopping that. There was go 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 go.
But all I can think about is because Max was the champ and Cole Roderick he won.
Yeah,
all I can think about is he's the only guy in a singlet, which not
bad.
That's,
obviously
it's cool. I mean,
we used to wear singlets. we wore singlets all the time in wrestling, so
But it's
loved
just,
it.
I was thinking of his character being so much different than what it was actually portrayed because of the singlet. When I first saw him come out of the I was just like, okay, this guy's gonna be like a Bob Backlund type,
nope.
like the old Bob Backlund, not old, but like the the more current, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, like this dude, like from the picture, he looks more kind of. I'm trying to like. He's kind of like. He kind of looks like a rebel-like dude or whatever. Kind of like against the grain type of guy or whatever. He has the jacket and has the hat cap or whatever. Kind of looks.
Oh yeah.
MMA type of guy or whatever. And then he come out and he has the singlet. He has like
always scream just
very. There's like Oni Lorcan. Just the intense.
He's like and then a lot of the times because you're not like I mean indie scenes if you're in a small venue or whatever.
Yeah.
You can hear them say stuff and they're like gotcha. Mm-hmm. Like every one of like each one of them was like gotcha. Oh no, bam, like oh shit.
Right. I love that. Like I love when we can hear like little things like that in the ring.
Yeah.
It's like adds to it and everything.
Oh yeah. Instead of like just watching it on TV and they're like, look at me. You can see me now.
Oh god. Oh, those horrible dubs, man. I would literally prefer to read subs than badly dubbed, like not synced lips, because it kills me, man.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I'm sure it gets you too, because the ADD and stuff. ADHD, rather.
Yeah, well, yeah, ADHD, but no, it's fine. It's just, like, if you're sitting there and you're watching their mouths go, and then all you can hear are you trying to read their lips, but they're just like...
They're right, and they say, like, 2 words.
Yeah, they're probably really just going watermelon, potato, watermelon, potato, watermelon, potato.
Yeah, right.
Something like whatever that saying is, where you just repeat this and it makes it look like your mouth is moving.
Right. Oh my goodness.
What else?
Let me see.
I think after that was
the Mercer match after that, or was it Tempo after that? Tempo and Isaiah's.
No, I thought Tempo and Isaiah was a little further.
A little bit later on.
I thought it was the Open Challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. The Open Challenge posed by Rachel Rose,
with her valet.
Yeah, or a valet whom I thought was the original wrestler that was coming out. I thought she was going to be coming out and wrestling because she came out first and started saying, get up and about or whatever. And I thought she was, the wrestler that was going to be doing the challenge. But
right, because it was just random. She came out and was like, had a crown on and everything.
Yeah.
Little,
and like
tiara.
Yeah. And like I thought like since this is the first time I've seen New Texas Pro, I thought, like you said, I thought she was the wrestler. But then out come Rachel, and that was
we got a lot of
yeah, we had some some interactions and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was
I told
fun.
her rose was wilted, and she was like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
The dictionary.
Wilt the rose. He was saying, wilt the rose.
Yeah. Wilt the rose, let it fall and die.
Wilt it.
Kill the rose, but that's okay.
But yeah, it was cool. And
maybe it didn't make sense, but I knew what I was saying, and
maybe it came out wrong. I don't know.
Wilt and blah blah blah. I know what wilted is.
Yeah.
Maybe that didn't make sense. But it doesn't matter.
Right. And then the wrestler that accepted the Open Challenge is obviously Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray.
She came out to the Pokemon thing. I'm not wearing this shirt because of her. I actually legit just picked this out.
Because of Pokemon, just to have it on. Yeah.
But she came out to the Pokemon theme,
which was great, and everybody was singing along to it. That was the best part. Was everyone was singing along to it. Like there was no judgment and stuff. Like man, we was all having a good time to it.
Yeah, I mean all the music, every single one of the wrestlers' musics, I could be like, I can get into that music.
Yeah,
I like that song.
I love that a lot of the guys and gals had Texas music.
Yeah,
Texas music.
They had just actual music, not just some generic
stuff.
Yeah, just some random guitar riffs and drums.
Right.
It made sense. Like, just the music fit perfectly with each character that was out there.
Right. It really did. Yeah, I assume it makes sense because they picked the music. I assume so. They they make it to where it fits them perfectly.
But yeah, Kylie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone sang and everyone did their thing, and
Kylie.
she was literally like in the ring before the actual match. She was like, "Oh, thank you, I'm tearing up, no mess up my makeup."
Yeah, because she was, if I'm not mistaken, I think she just got hired. I'm not hired, I shouldn't say. Brought into NWA for their women's division here recently. But before that, she had taken a break from Impact because I don't know exactly what happened, but it was some kind of issues or whatever. And I won't go into it because that's not my business. But or tried to look into it myself. But she had some problems or whatever, and she took a break from that. Same thing with AEW. Before that, she had to take a break too, and she came back and came to Impact, and now she's back again. Rocking the Indies again, so she did great. It's a great match.
Sorry guys, moving my camera a little bit.
No, you good?
Okay,
You good?
there we go. Now I feel
good. Feel better?
I don't have to
Do you feel better?
Yes, I do. I don't have to hey guys, I'm up here. I can just. But anyway.
But yeah,
she came out. She was she hadn't wrestled in Texas for 2 years. From what I saw on Twitter.
Yeah,
and we welcomed her back with open arms. We're gonna welcome her back every time.
Mm-hmm. Every time. Texas doesn't forget their wrestlers, man. They don't forget.
I know that I tried to. Occasionally some people picked up, but I was like, Kylie's gonna catch you, because she had the Pokemon theme.
Yeah.
I was just doing that chant.
Right, and trying to get that going.
Yeah,
but
it picked up a little bit.
Just a bit, not too much. I think you tried 2 times, and then it kind of caught on the third time or whatever.
Yeah, I give it a little bit, and then I pause, and then I give it a little bit more, and pause. And if I don't get a reaction throughout each thing, I'm just like, alright.
Right.
Third time's a charm. If not, then I'm done. I'm not gonna keep going on with it.
I'm always kind of afraid to start a chant because, what if it sucks?
If it sucks, nobody's gonna chant it. But hey, you got to do something. Get out there, man. Put yourself out there. See, that's why.
That's true.
I was the one that was doing all the stuff, and you were just like, "Oh man, that's so great." And I was just all,
I was just like,
"Get those chants! Get those chants!"
Yeah. I was saying little comments here and there, but not.
Yeah, you did.
But not like I probably should have.
You could have put yourself out there.
Yeah. Of course.
But anyway, just like putting ourselves out there, outrageously chaotic podcast.
Yes, yes.
We have our own shirts.
Yeah, it's not actual merch. It's just our exclusive little podcast shirts.
Eventually.
Yeah, we have we won't say the exact goal now because we want to kind of.
No, we can't. We can't. I want at least 100.
Yeah, 100
followers.
Cool.
At least 100 followers.
Yeah.
Because if we get 100 followers, then I know for sure, hey, this is something.
Right, and people might actually want to buy something.
Because if you want a shirt, I was the one that hooked us up with the shirts.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to figure out something. So I have to figure out the things to make the shirts and blah blah blah. But if you're wanting merch. Anyway, Kylie Ray picked up the victory, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I can't remember if it was it wasn't a sneak win or anything, but I remember was it a roll up? I can't remember if it was a roll up win.
No, I think she made her tap.
That's right. Yeah, it was a submission.
She got her in the ropes, and
it was
what's her name? Rachel Rose was trying to reach for the rope.
Yeah.
Kylie flipped around and just
Yeah, I remember now.
In a different way.
Yeah.
I believe she tapped. If she didn't tap, then it was some type of miscommunication between what's her name?
Haley and Haley and
Rose.
Yeah.
But either way, it was overall so far those 4 matches have been great. there wasn't a moment in time where I'm just sitting there going, okay, well. Yeah.
Like, I sat back for a bit to like rest because I was like, it's hot as hell up in there. So I was like, oh
Yeah,
shoot.
we didn't know what to expect though for the venue, but that's okay. Hey, anywhere is anywhere. Like it looked like a training facility, like they probably trained there.
Right.
And because they already trained there, why not have a show there? And it makes it for better, like, because the acoustics there were great because it was in like a metal.
The metal walls and stuff.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Metal tin building, and I mean, like people were banging on the wall, just
adding extra noise to it.
I mean, like getting them, like people were hyped, man. It was great.
It was. It really was. There was really no sticklers up in there.
No.
Yeah, and let me see. The whole, like you said, the whole match was really good. There was no dull spots in any of these matches here we've talked about so far, and I think
Haley is her name, right? That's
yeah, Cannonball Haley is her at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She interfered and threw rose petals.
That's right, the rose petals. Yeah.
She threw rose petals at Kylie and choked her on the rope, just like held her on her head down. It's like ah.
That's right. Yeah, she did. That's right, she did.
She interfered a little bit, but not like. She pulled out the ref too. I remember that too. Like,
yeah. It's like, do your job or something like that. Yeah, that was funny.
They were like, kick her out.
Send her home.
Yeah, I said send her home. Everybody else was like, kick her out. And I was just like, send her home. But, you know, it's still the same meaning.
Right. Okay, and I think after that, was that the Mercer match? Or was Mercer versus Nasty Co then?
Possibly. If not, then that was the Isaiah
versus Tempo.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Either way, let's talk about that one though. But Isaiah versus
Tempo, Terale Tempo.
Yeah.
I think we make sure.
Terale
Tempo, and they were really great. They delivered as well. I mean, but then again, we weren't expecting them to be trash anyway. So, but yeah. I mean, Tempo was cool because we got to start to chant there, and he's like, "Oh, like Tempo." It's
just like,
oh, there we go.
Tempo.
That was cool. And then like Isaiah was talking to that other fan over there. It's like, "How old are you?"
He's.
That was funny.
That one fan though, she was real into everything.
Yeah, she really was.
The one next to us, she was like jumping up and down the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't lose her voice. Man, she must like.
Right.
She must scream for a living. That's probably what.
Maybe. Yeah. More on that match though. They pretty much were the styles I thought they were going to have. Terale Tempo was very power game kind of. But also had a little bit of speed, but basically I won't say basically, but a lot very athlete type of thing, kind of very football like, kind of very very like high impact stuff basically.
Yeah, he could move. He was very agile.
Very nice. I liked it a lot.
He's built and
moved like a train.
Yeah, he's really good.
Really good.
Those guys.
And Isaiah was again doing really good with the crowd work.
Pulling off that heel stuff.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, he was more technical in that match. He really wasn't. I don't remember if he was flying too much.
No, both men didn't really fly that much. They kept it pretty grounded.
Right. Now I thought Isaiah's now if I'm wrong, please do correct me if y'all see this later on or right now in the chat. Isaiah's at first in this picture would look like a little bit high flying type of thing, kind of very maybe adding.
He's a short guy.
So high flying, maybe a little bit of technical stuff because smaller guys now are starting to get technical more than sticking to just high flying, because if you see a small person, they used to just expect, oh, they're gonna high fly. But now we got different smaller styles, so that's always cool.
I always saw myself, like, if I were to actually get trained and stuff, which is going to eventually happen. We are going to get trained eventually. We just gotta
pray on it.
Just gotta financially be able to just do it.
Right.
And do, because I mean, we, can't just be financially rich and just be like, yeah, let me just pay all this money and be like, I broke my arm, I can't do nothing.
Right, and then you have to take it off or take off time. It has to be horrible. Like, what if you go in there the first time, like your first day, and then you break something?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'm sure
it's happened probably millions of times to people. I know Hulk Hogan tells that story all the time, where his femur was broken by Henry Matsuda.
Oh man.
Yeah. But I think after that was the Mercer versus Nastico match, where
if not, we're gonna say it is, because
but this was probably the highlight, not really the highlight of the night for me, but like so cool, because we had made some signs that said "Die Nastico, die," and because
he was talking about, on Twitter, they were going to talk about killing him, like,
killing him off, break up the faction or whatever, and
I'm gonna kill him and he's gonna be gone and blah blah. So I like I said in the podcast yesterday, that I had some interactions with Nastico, and he's like, you better be there. I was like, I will be, don't worry.
Yeah.
His face, because
he
posted a picture, he posted a picture of me, and it's like,
this you, bro?
what
that's
you
me.
Like, roast me. What you gonna say? You gonna talk about my rosacea on my face breaking out? You gonna talk about my lack of hair? What are you gonna talk about my whatever? I just went off, like me wearing glasses. What are you gonna talk about? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Black guys, people's eyebrow. I was like, okay. Anyway, like I trashed him.
Yeah, it was cool. Good. It was fun little interaction y'all had, back and forth.
But anyway,
but on back to that.
Signs. We had made signs. Well.
Yeah, made signs. I'm sorry.
Signs. I just kind of like. I was like, hey, we should make signs.
Yeah,
and I was like, man, my handwriting sucks. And you started out doing some really good stuff, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then you just, you were like, psh, 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 and you did your thing.
Yeah. I was trying to kind of 3D it, but it didn't really work out too well. Plus, I didn't take into account the spacing, so I forgot. And I forgot Nastico had 2 C's. So I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So I just did regular handwriting, and it said "Die Nastico, die," and somehow, Aaron Mercer seen the sign he was holding, because we had 2. He was holding one, and he seen Nick's first. And
well, because you didn't hold yours up for very long. I continued, like, when I hold a sign, I'm like
holding.
Like throwing it in your face, like I'm throwing it in your face like our merch.
Right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Outrageously Chaotic Podcast merch.
Shameless plug.
I'm throwing it in your face like this is.
Blah, baby. Outrageously chaotic.
So I'm throwing it in your face.
And
that's how I do it. I throw it in your face. And so throughout the night,
but he had kept
Aaron Mercer won.
Yeah, and he
got out of the ring on our side.
And
I was like, hey, you should make him eat this. I was like, you should make Nastico eat this. And he looked at it and he's like, all right, here. Like, he's like, let me see it. And then he goes and takes it. And I thought, yeah, he's gonna make him eat it. Yeah, he's gonna make him eat it. Yes. And but it's still cool. It was cool.
Man, I wasn't even.
The camera was on Nastico's face, and Aaron Mercer walks up,
like,
puts the sign up.
And I was like, bro, my fucking...
Die, Nastico, die.
Bro.
And then he comes back and...
gives it back to us. Or gives it back to you.
He starts to give it back, and he's like, hey, can I keep this? And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I mean, Yeah, go for it.
Man,
sure.
and when you told me that, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? That's crazy. Plan to keep it.
Like you said on Twitter, he's got it in his bag, man.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, that's another story that happened on Twitter here sometime today. We were talking about it, and yeah, he was saying that he has it in his bag still, and he posted a picture with it on Twitter. So he still has it.
He did this really cool like throwback picture.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm bad at basketball because I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember the player either right now, but I'm sure.
Guy holding up 100.
Yeah.
And it's him holding up Dynastico Die.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro. Like I said on Twitter, I'm just like, bro, I've never been so honored in my life, dude. Like, oh my God, my sign was on camera and then on Twitter.
Yeah.
How in the world, like, what world does that happen? Like, I just literally just wrote it up and it's there.
You know, you've got the thing, man. You've got an it factor.
Maybe.
You got it. You got the it factor. I'm just your hype man. I'm just hyping you.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm the Margie Jannetty to your.
Well,
man, I'm riding your coattails, man. Yeah. Man, it was heavy hitting.
A lot of violence with the weapons and whatnot. Aaron was beating that ass most of the time. Nastico, love you to death, but man, he was getting your ass whooped that night. And man, now I will say you got some good shots in there. I will say that, but
I don't know what this. It was another masked, like a masked wrestler. I don't know.
Yeah,
his name.
I can't remember his name right now either, but I'll find him eventually.
He and he was trying to help Nastico, obviously, because he's part of his stable and faction and whatnot. And he did most of the grunt work while Nastico was just sitting there. Dancing
and stuff.
Get him.
And then he went through the table a little bit later in the match, which also props to anybody who takes a table spot for me. Let me see. It was great. You know, he was interacting with the fans a lot and interacting with the kid.
T-Ray came out. T-Ray took out that one dude and was like, finish him.
Like, fuck his ass up. He's like, fuck his ass up. And I said, oh my God, dude. This dude, like, he was giant, and like, that's a lot of power. Like, we felt like his slams in the concrete of the.
Yeah, we'll talk about that match.
But yeah, I mean, like in this situation here, but like when he was just pop, and it like.
Yeah, everything that happened, we could feel. On the ground.
We felt
up to.
It went all the way up my leg.
I was just like, oh, my leg. Oh. Easy, fella. I felt that one.
All right.
But yeah, that was. And then he's just laying there, and then it was intermission. He was still laying there on the. Nastico.
He was laying there for a good, like, what, 5-10 minutes? Maybe all the way into intermission?
They were even sweeping the mat. They were sweeping the mat with the broom. And
it went all the way up into the intermission. And
he just, like, towards about the end of the little promo package of...
and he just, like, plopped on the floor.
Yeah, he just rolled out. And then, actually, Mercer came back and grabbed him, picked him up, and drug him out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember. Okay, so it's T-Ray and Lee Moriarty. Remember the Tiger Style.
Yeah. And at first I thought, okay, I'm a root for Lee, because you know he came out with this tiger mask. It was a white tiger mask, and it was really cool. I was like, you know what, I'm a root for that guy. I don't know anything about most of these wrestlers. I'm a root for this guy. Turns out he was a little heelish, but you know, it's all good. And I ended up doing T-Ray.
Right, and on to that point, T-Ray was just destroying him, like with the power moves. Like that dude would not be moved. Like
he focused on the arm. And was messing with the left arm of T-Ray and was like just
getting on
cracking that.
And
cracking that arms a lot. But T-Ray's power, he just took one-handed German suplex.
Right, which was crazy. I love that. And
the fact that you could do a one-handed German,
which is crazy. It's just crazy to me.
You don't see that very much.
Right. I don't think I've ever seen it now I think about it. But and then of course Tiger Style, Lee, he actually surprised me because I thought he was going to be a little more high flying than what he was doing. He had a lot more technical, like a lot more, I don't want to say like Japanese style, but kind of very, he was picking apart body parts and stuff.
Yeah, it was more a little unorthodox style.
Which I enjoyed, but like it was really good. Like he came out with the mask, then took it off, so that was cool. And and like you said, it was kind of he had kind of almost Healy vibes type of thing.
And then we thought Nasty Co came back and was messing with T-Ray, but really it was
ended up being Johnny Bedlam.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, what the wait? And then like I think everybody probably knew by this point. It's like, that's I don't think that's
some stuff. But once he locked in that chokehold,
I was like, nah, he wasn't doing that earlier, so I doubt it. But
Nasty Co isn't a wrestler; he's a manager.
Right.
I mean, he has nobody to manage now, so I guess he's out of a job.
Right. But like we have it on good authority that he's hiring talent these days. Now that he's out of these talent, and he kind of says these sources say he might be out of a job. So he's like from what I'm understanding, the sources tell me he is open
told us
and available.
Night, as we were leaving, that he could be looking for some new talent to manage. But I mean,
he's a busy man, so you got to get him when you can. You know what I mean? So
you got to do whatever. But
shout out to Nasty Co, by the way. I know we was BSing on you, but Nasty Co.
Nasty Co. I'm gonna hold that negative side because you know what? You declined me first. I offered for you to sign me as hey
sign guy or anything, bro.
Nah.
I'll be your young boy.
Nah.
I'll be your towel boy. How about that? Water boy.
He can be your towel boy. Yeah, I'm just like nah.
Cause you know me, I'm gonna be around wrestling either. Damn, the hell is that, dude?
Giving them the finger, man. I mean, man. We forgot that when they both started, they both, knuckled up, like they're like. Hey,
oh yeah, they had their respect or whatever.
They showed sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's right. I almost forgot about that.
They showed sportsmanship for sure, and then Lee got out, and again we thought it was Nasty Co at that point in time. And he was like, get out of here.
Yeah, I remember now because Nasty Co got involved. Well, not Nasty Co. It was Johnny Bedlam under the mask and got involved, and then Lee took advantage and got the roll up. And so T was kind of mad at that for a minute, but then he's like, nah, focus on old boy. He threw him up in there and got his ass, And then
next thing you know, it turned out to be Johnny. It was like, oh snap, which not to break kayfabe, but I'm going to. Johnny accidentally he was trying to scoot around.
Go in front.
They're on. The talent is on one side, and they have just one exit.
Yeah, they got. Well, from what it looked like to me, they had like not a loser, but like they had that. If you lost the match, you went to the right, and if you won, you went up the ramp.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about after all that. Like I'm talking about when wrestlers, because occasionally the wrestlers in their regular clothes, sometimes even not, they would pass us by.
Yeah. There are several times.
Kind of like sneaking around, just like, oh crap, don't see me.
Yeah, trying to get through. Also, I'm pretty sure they're trying to stay out the way.
Yeah, they're just trying to stay out the way, but they're trying to do stuff that they need to do.
Right.
And they're on this side. The stuff that they need to do is on this side, so they're basically crossing in and out.
Yeah.
He comes up and accidentally hits the chair, and it bumps my arm. I'm like, what was that? He's like, oh man, I'm so sorry, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, hey, no big deal, man. I didn't know what happened. And then just kept going on with the match.
Yeah, and then he, ran in front of us a little bit, went on down that way.
But the crowd, like the distance from the ring to us was, we could literally stand up and just lean
and touch the ropes. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
It was a good distance because there wasn't like course, I got up anyway at one point just to get out the way.
Well,
But
yeah, I
like,
kind of stood on the chairs, like in a Spider-Man position. Like, okay, I don't care if they hit me, man. I'm gonna stay right here, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm out the way.
Right. Yeah. I got out the way. I was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen to me again. This ain't gonna, because I already got tipped by that table.
Yeah,
I got nicked. Yeah. Oh shit. Luckily it didn't hurt because they just grazed me because I went whoop. I picked it up in time.
Like the distance between everything, like some of the basically the camera, like okay, so we were over on the if you're looking at the camera, like say this is the camera's view, we were on the right side of the camera. So all the times that they would do stuff, they would kind of do it at the our left side, which is where the camera view is. So they would do all the stunts over by the camera because you know
that's obvious. Yeah.
And anytime they're talking, they were talking to the camera. So we'd be on their, like if they're facing the camera.
Yeah, we were behind them basically.
Yeah. No, not behind them. We were to the left of the stage.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I say behind, I mean, like, kind of behind the cameras type of thing. Like, all the angles were kind of in front of us.
Yeah.
We weren't.
Yeah, all the angles were. Mainly where the camera was.
Yeah, and they were working the like the foolish sides more anyway. So, like the so away from us.
It's because of the camera.
Yeah.
They were looking at the camera and like But,
okay. Yeah.
And then the ramp.
Oh.
And then what else?
Yeah. Let's see. And we had Chris Bay and Matt Allday. Yeah. I'm sorry. Will Allday. Will Allday versus Chris Bay.
Will Allday versus Chris Bay.
Which he was a very big favorite of the night from what all the not information. The
just the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
Will Allday was.
Yeah. Heavy favorite in this spot.
Yeah.
I was trying to make some Chris Bay noise, but it just was not getting across because there was not enough.
He's a heel, man. Chris Bay's a heel, so you got to.
Oh, of course. You got to boo the bad guys, but I want to do a couple things in there for Chris. So, but yeah, and then those masks, them signs, them kids had really cool. It was all very drawn up and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
those are cool, and I believe, I know that most of the fans are family or
or affiliated in some kind of way.
Yeah, related or not. I would say maybe a good quarter size of the people or family, but I believe Will Allday's family was the main ones that were like, wow.
Right. Well, I don't know. He might be right. But it was crazy because what was it? After the match or whatever, they were holding up the kid or whatever, just
Oh yeah, that was because that kid with the signs. Signs. The other two kids picked up the lightest one and was like,
yeah. And of course, both dudes killed it. They, outside the ring and just kind of fought out there and did their thing there, and then went inside the ring and did Chris Bay, of course, being very heelish.
Focusing on the leg.
Mm-hmm. And,
Will Allday's leg, and it came into a good factor for a while.
Yeah, and Will, he came back and did what I can't remember. Did he get a roll up or did he hit his finisher and get it?
He hit the super kick.
Super kick. That's right. That's right. Yeah, because he was doing. Yeah, he did the super kick because I remember Chris was doing was mocking his super kick or whatever. He was doing the and so Will turned it around and pop and got him, and I think that was it. But
because he was kind of stumbling and he just he ducked under and just went pop and super kicked him and then he fell flat and they both he kind of fell on top of Chris Bay and just 1, 2, 3 and Will Allday got it and all them people made a bunch of noise and stuff. Everybody was enjoying it. It's all damn day.
All damn day. Um,
theme song though. It's like, oh dang, and it was a good theme song.
yeah, it really was. It was one of them. It was one of them. Like, I feel like that was like, I don't know if he had that. I don't know if he had that, like, yeah, like you said, custom made or anything, but that's cool though. I liked it. It fit him pretty well all day. But then again, there's a lot of, I don't want to say there's a lot of wrestlers that say that all day stuff, but at least this, like, this all day spot is up in his name. So like, I never see like let's say like I said his name was Matt, like let's say Matt, what I say. Matt.
You said Matt All Day?
All Day, there we go. Yeah, I say Matt All Day, and then it's just like.
It's not Matt All Day, it's Will All Day.
Yeah, Will. And,
but, yeah. That was a good match.
Very good. Let me remember.
I can't remember the other match. The semi-main event.
We had Billy Starks versus Danny D.
Yeah,
Danny Dannidee.
No, I thought it was B. Was it a B?
No, it's D in it. Yeah, it's Danny. I thought it was a B in it, but there's actually D.
So we said it right the first time, Danny D. I thought it was like when we looked at her entrance video on the little screen, it looked like a B.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, we said it wrong. It was Danny B.
Right. And came out in a Texas Sucks shirt, so definitely got all the hate she could take. She could get there.
From Oklahoma.
Yeah, okay, sucks. Everybody was chanting that, and Billy came out big favorite at the time, right now. She's been killing it here recently, kind of on the Florida circuit and whatnot, kind of jumping all over the place, doing good stuff. I would say, like, I think I said it like during the event, and I hate to say stuff like this because they're their own people, but she gave me very kind of, it was like a mix of like the Kylie-ish and like the Chris Statlander type of thing mixed together.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Chris Statlander for sure.
But
she, again,
definitely good.
But I mean, people do draw in inspiration from other people's characters.
That's true.
Maybe she might not have
specifically. Yeah.
And she came out to freaking Blink 182.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and it was so. No, you know what? I take that back. That's right. No, I have to take that back because I forgot about that. So now, no, definitely not like Kylie type of thing. It's very punkish. Kind of. No, I won't even say like Shotzi, but very, very punk rock type of thing. Just like excited, like, and
that match was great.
It was amazing. Danny D was very, very aggressive in the match. Just very.
She took over a lot of the match.
Yeah, which was it was great. I mean, she got it like it was very like all her hits you could hear, and I think there was some chair shots in there if I'm not mistaken. There were some shots up in there that was like it was pretty crazy shots there.
The ending was hit with the tombstone, like that tombstone.
That was nice.
It was a good tombstone.
Very good.
Starks hit that tombstone, and I was just like, oh, my neck. Like,
yeah, bro, that was a nasty bump.
When she hit it, I don't know if there was a mess up, or if it was clean enough.
Right.
It was either clean enough to like think it was bad, or it was kind of a botch, where it was bad. But either way, it was great. Tombstone, and I was just like, oh my god, that must, like, her body just like
contorted. It's like just folded on top of each other, or on top of itself.
And it folded in, and I was like, oh man.
That was really good. It really was. And then I think after, I'm sorry, I didn't spell Billy's name. It's Billie Starks, Starkz, not S.
Again, you're gonna tag everybody, all the wrestlers in there, so it'll be okay.
But just in case I don't ever want to leave anybody out, so.
I'll make sure you don't forget anybody. Trust me.
Yeah.
If you find us, you'll see this shirt right here. you'll see both of us. There wasn't actually really that many people next to us because I believe that probably was the area where they were supposed to do most of the spots.
Right. Yeah. And then like
when we got to the main, when we first got there,
it was.
They were like, okay, what's your name? Here's your tickets. Okay. Hey, can you? They had escorts.
Yeah.
And so we walked in. I mean, we took the long way around, which is great because we got to be like, wow, it's cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here's. So they had a sticky note on the seat.
Which I felt very, very official. I seen my name on the seat. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. So it was just us two, and then empty space. Like I was like, oh, I guess we're the only ones that bought tickets on this section, or however it works. Because I don't see any other sticky notes anywhere.
Right. But they all kind of just corralled up at the other corner.
Yeah, I wasn't complaining though, because
right. We had a good space. We had very good space. Yeah, and like you said, some people came in a little bit after that, like a couple seats down from us, and which was cool. They were chanting some stuff too and everything.
Yeah, we had some, like, our row was good at chanting stuff.
Yeah.
The row by the camera, the row on that side, the row by the entrance ramp was.
They were okay.
They had a lot of kids.
Yeah, a lot of kids, a lot of interactions with the kids up in there, which was cool, you know. And then there was that one big family that was about to sit next to us, and they moved all the way. Damn.
Those kids, like all that was mainly kids. That family that was gonna sit next to us.
Yeah.
That was just kids and like 2 or 3 adults.
That was crazy.
So they moved over to the entrance. And they just sat there the whole time, and I mean that was cool.
Yeah.
You can sit anywhere you want. I don't care as long as you don't take my spot. I don't care.
Right. Yeah, but man, that main event though, that main event. I mean, that's probably the best. I can't even find the words right now because it was such a great. The stare down alone, like.
Yes. Like as soon as they got into the ring, they stood not nose to nose because Q is taller than Brian Keith.
But boy, you couldn't tell because Brian was looking in my eyes. He didn't move. It's like boy, he was ready, and Q was ready too. So it was great. That stare down. I love a good stare down. I could see a good stare down for like 5-10 minutes, even 20 minutes, and not be tired of it. Because
it stood like 5. At least before the bell even rang, it was like a good.
It was crazy good. Like I loved it.
10 minutes, including like in total, it was probably about 10 minutes stare down, maybe a little less, because man, just the moment there was just time stopped. That's all
it really did, man. It really did. I know it sounds like we're exaggerating, but literally up in that building, it was like the energy done changed, and it was like. Shit's going down. Like it's about to happen. Like shit's about to happen, and it did, man. It did. They tore it down. Like I literally can't. Like I know I said a lot of the words to the other matches, and they were all great. But I mean, I can't even like find the words to explain this match. Like there was like they threw everything at each other except the kitchen sink. You know, I mean just. They fought outside, you know, with across the fans and stuff. And
Q took a DDT to the concrete.
Yeah, it took. That's right. He pulled up the mat and going for that DDT out there. Yeah.
He went for a suplex, but
the suplex. Yeah.
He was going to go for a suplex, but he's like, they both couldn't do it, and they ended up. Sorry, I had to itch my ear.
No, you good.
They ended up doing the reversing where they grapple for the German, and then they wrap around and do it again. Well, this time instead of wrapping around, Keith went and turned around, but he grabbed him in the DDT and just landed him on. But also, like the chops that they were.
Man.
Like Q's chops were a lot louder, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But I know that some of those chops, man.
Brian was doing more of them blunt, like Like it's more of a blunt sound rather than like a loud slapping noise.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it was more like pop.
And
Yeah.
then like Fuse was like.
Like it made noise like that. Oof, good. It sounded like just a firecracker went off. Like whenever he was chopping this dude, like my God, like I wonder if Brian owes him some money or something. Like God damn, that was bad, dude. But man,
on the ground, he's like, you hit like a bitch.
yeah. Oh man, that's right. Yeah, he did. That's right. And they, oh man, they were just going. Oh, in the moment where they went back and forth, they were just punching back and forth. Yeah.
Forearms. Bah, 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 bah.
Right.
So I tried to start a little. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, because I was going, man, Q all the way. Oh,
Buck Squad.
We had our signs OG Buck Squad because back in the day when we first started watching him, he was calling like the Buck Squad. So I was like, we're gonna shout out so he can know that hey, those guys.
We was there.
Are like almost like day ones, but
yeah, very. Yeah, I hate to say like day ones, like but like.
Yeah, because we haven't followed too much. I mean, I haven't followed too much. I follow it, but I haven't been able to watch him too much. Like I've seen a lot of what he's accomplished because of like Twitter and stuff like that. Stuff. But after like seeing him live, like he stopped going for so long. It just, I feel bad. I don't want to say day ones, but it's like, hey,
we saw him whenever he was younger, pretty much, and we were like there whenever, like when it wasn't like this show actually, even though it was in a smaller building, it felt like it was a bigger show, it's like crazy show. So like to see where he came from is crazy.
Yeah, and the card was definitely stacked with amazing talent.
Yes,
overall.
And it was definitely a super fight. Like the name super fight, like barely covers what that was. Like that was like they cut into each other like crazy. Like it was crazy.
It was great.
And like you said, we were going for Q, so we weren't expecting him to lose that night. So.
Like the very beginning of the match, Q hit that cutter.
Yeah.
He's like, it's over, bam.
Yeah, boom, and that would have been crazy if that's how it ended.
That would have been like
crazy.
I mean, I would have been hyped, but like, at the same time, like, wait, that's it? What? That so.
Right, what? That's the main event.
Yeah, I was like that.
Yeah. And
that ending, man.
It was crazy. Like I was very surprised. Like pretty much everybody up in there were just like mouth open, just can't even believe it happened.
Well, the people that rooted for Q, yes.
Yeah.
All the Brian Keith fans that were.
Oh, they were cool with it. Yeah, they were going crazy.
They were like, yeah.
Which I was very happy for him too, by the way.
Yeah. Like, I mean, cowboy up, man. Like.
Yes. Good stuff.
I legit, like both of them. I'll cheer both of them, but at that time last night, I was Q all the way. Man.
Right, and I loved how we were able to do the BKQ.
Go Q, BK, go Q,
go BK, go Q, BK. And it was and that one dude was on that one side, and we were just going back and forth, just us for a minute.
Yeah, he kept it going. Like he wanted to have the last say.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm gonna have the last say.
Oh, I thought it was just because we were opposing wrestling fans or whatever. So I was having like Q, let's go Q. I was not gonna back down.
It was just us two versus that one guy or whatever. Like it was just like, okay guys, everybody's done chanting. Y'all stop chanting. Like no, he wanted to have the last.
Yeah.
Say.
Oh yeah, like it wasn't no like bad shade or anything.
Because it went, let's go Q, and then it kind of died out.
Yeah.
And then he was like, BK. I was like,
Q. BK, Q, BK, Q. And then I finally cut off on that. But
Q.
That was great, man. It was like
Brian Keith ended up becoming the new
campeon. after what 460 days, I believe, or
no, it was
maybe more, 640 days or something like that. 49. Hold on, let me get the post up because I want to get this correct. Hold on.
I would want to say like 699, 649, 679.
Yeah, let me get
69,
that up here.
but more than that.
Because I want to get the number right. I hate being unknowledgeable. Yes, 644 days. So that's a long ass time.
That is.
It started in 9/21/19, 2019. It was 9.
And
Was before October?
What? 9 is
September, right?
September.
Yeah, so September 2019 to now June 26th, 2021. I mean, that's crazy rain. Like hitting 3 digits anyway is just crazy.
Yeah, especially for the indies. Like most of the time, they don't really get that far up.
Right. And
they get like 1 or 2 months in.
Yeah.
Or like, because it's monthly shows, they get like, a good 2, 3, 4 monds or so, and then it's like, oh, they lost.
But this here, like 644 days, man. I mean, that's longer than a lot of WWE championships. Yeah, so.
Man, like even like he says, respect talent.
Yeah.
Hashtag respect talent.
And I love how big he got himself. Because I remember when he was younger, he was a little more slender, but.
Well, I mean, he's still the same. Just he's built
a little more pumped up.
Because of the fact that he's been doing this for so long, he's gonna be.
A little more, yeah.
He was
really good. I enjoy it. Like I feel like he's one of those guys that he can do power and flying at the same time. So he can do with anybody. Like he can go with anybody. So that's the best part about him. And just and then that moment that he had that 619 moment where he was going for the 619, but he stopped because the photographer was there.
Yeah, the videographer was the camera lady.
Oh yeah, camera person, yeah.
And she was a little too close, but I guess she I don't know if it's not like miscommunication, but it was just I'm gonna go for my thing, and
then she was just there.
Like he saw her and was like, oh no. And
and he just kind of fell off, but
rolled over and was like, oh man, like something. Because I didn't see Brian Keith hit anything or do anything.
No, what had happened, from what I saw, he stopped it right there when he hit the ropes because she was right there and he was about to kick through, but his knees hit the ropes, so he just
didn't want to. Yeah, obviously he didn't want to hurt her. But still, but
they fixed it.
Like that happens, but he didn't. He didn't get mad that I know of. He didn't get mad. He didn't
From what I saw, it was cool. They just. I mean, you can always, because high flying is always going to be mistakes. So I don't think those botches count to me anyway, because you're high. There's high risk. So it's like Sabu. He half the time he missed his stuff. You know what I mean? And they love Sabu. So.
Yeah, but Sabu's different though.
Yeah.
Same with the guys.
Yeah. But man, just
Still did it anyway. He came back and a few minutes later he hit the 6, or I don't know what you call it.
He hit the I think it's still the 619. I can't remember, but he hit the thing and hit him in the back. I believe he hit him in the back instead of the down, and it was really good, really good. It was really good. And I'm excited to see how long Brian goes with the championship and see what he does.
His first title defense is against Davey Richards in the next.
In July 31st, which is the Super Show with a bunch of other companies, which we'll be obviously talking about as well, at least. Now,
just talking about him.
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to go.
Yeah, same.
Life
Yeah, money. Money doesn't come easy these days. So,
All I say is life.
yeah,
Just because life gets you. You're in a hard spot in life.
yeah. But I will figure out a way to at least watch it, and we talk about it, and just kind of give our
definitely.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll definitely try to figure out a way to watch it. If we can't, I'm hoping. Not that okay, so I'm gonna do some shameless plugging here, and this is like not the whole merch. No, like this is legit like some goals that I want to accomplish with our podcast. Like one being like if we start picking up and building better, like I hope to be able to do. Like I hope that the shows invite us. Not
That would be crazy.
I mean, granted, I would still pay for the tickets.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Just to
I'm
support the company, yeah.
Them like saying, "Hey, we're going to literally hold 2 tickets for you to buy."
Right.
If you can come to our show, even if it's like, just hey, we're gonna hold 2 special tickets just for you guys.
Yeah, like promo codes, stuff like that.
And yeah, just so we can go instead of it's sold out. No. We got 2 tickets for
right. That would be nuts.
I'm not looking for free. Like I'm not.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, we're not looking for no handouts or anything.
Do that if they choose to let us in for free, and like if we're, this is further down the line if we're more exposed and like we have more followers and we're like we got a base that's known.
That's going to be crazy too. If that happens, that's going to be crazy.
I would like to try to go to every show.
Me too. Because that show, like, I wasn't expecting a bad show, but I was not expecting it to be a killer. Like, every single moment was a killer moment. Like, just
all the matches were awesome. Everything was just hands down.
Everything built up perfectly.
They even had like commentary, but you have to go onto the show and watch it in order to see what they're saying.
Yeah. Now I could hear the play-by-play dude like start yelling and stuff, and I was like,
when Big he tried to do the whole Joey Styles big moment stuff like,
oh my God,
oh my God, Mark. But I mean, and that's okay. Like I mean, they've got to overhype that.
Oh, of course,
because I mean that is an OMG moment. Like,
yeah. I mean, they wouldn't be commentary if they couldn't do that. So, yeah. But yeah, that was cool. And then of course we forgot to mention Rex Andrews was on color commentary from Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah, Reality of Wrestling.
Rex
Andrews.
A
commentator. I think he's slowly kind of like retired. I don't know why. I haven't followed that much.
Right. I haven't either, but I feel bad about that because I need to get back on reality wrestling.
I need to get back in the indie scene just in general, like looking up, doing what and where, so that way we can build up to that goal that I was talking about.
Right.
And shoot, I mean, hey, I'm gonna do a shameless. I'm gonna do this plug for me because I see that there was only 2 refs there, guys. New Texas Pro Wrestling. You need more refs. I'm willing to do a ref job, okay? I'm willing to do
I'll do it for free. I'll do it for a hot dog and a Coke.
I'll do it for a hot dog and a handshake. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, for real, like, I mean, not saying that they
like have to.
They don't have to, like, have a bunch of refs, but I noticed that they were switching out
every two matches or so.
No, it was like every other match or so. I think if it was every 2 matches, then hey. But I noticed that they have,
which understandable because it's even though it's like a more like it's a popular show, but it's like a little smaller show as well. So you kind of want to.
If they need refs, hey, your boy. You looking for a ref? I will train for a ref, and then eventually train to be a pro too.
Eventually, yeah. But I'm trying to think. Did we forget anything?
You know what? I don't think so. But we can always continue looking at the card just in case.
Right. Because I don't see anything else on the card from that. And I don't think I missed any of the matches or I don't think we missed any of the matches that we talked about.
Yeah. I don't think
so yeah, I guess I know this was not as long as yesterday, but what you think? You want to go ahead and cut it off here, or you want to just keep going?
I mean, we can go for a little bit longer and just talk about not the matches itself now, but our experiences. Like,
oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. We'll spend a few minutes talking about like how it felt there and everything. Yeah. But I mean,
I know how I felt. Like I was hyped the entire time.
Yeah.
I lost my voice almost, like down to like whispers.
Right.
Again.
And
Even going home on the car ride home, taking you home, I was like whispering. You heard me.
You were struggling a little bit.
I had a hard time talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's all because of how awesome that show was.
I pretty much assumed I was going to lose my voice, but somehow it held together.
I think because you were more like, well, for me, I was more vocal.
Yeah.
Because that's just who I am. I'm more vocal.
Yeah.
And you're more laid back, like just soaking it all in and just like amazed at everything. And
like I was trying to pay attention to the match and stuff.
Not only that, but I think that, like you said earlier, you don't like to start chants because you feel like it's, you'll say something stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I think just let it go. Let it go.
I gotta work on that.
Whatever you want to say, just say it. Like, you want to say Rachel Rose's manager is a simp, or that girl that she had is simp, like those guys were chanting simp.
Yeah, we ain't simping. We ain't simping. I said, I'll simp today, baby. Let me see. I mean, just like you said, that whole experience was just great. Like, it had been like, what, 10, 15 years since we've been to an indie show together? So, yeah. And
since out, like, right around the outskirts of high school.
Yeah, like 08, 09, like 2010 maybe even as well. We might have snuck in a little bit after high school as well, because I know we kind of cut off, like kind of lost contact after high school a little bit, but.
Well, our friends were, 2010, so we did stuff there too. But
right. But yeah, it had been like 15 years since, for me, since I have seen an indie show. So it was a great show to come back to the indies to, so, and there was, like we said earlier, there was no, sticklers or anything like that. They were just like,
everybody's cool. Everybody was like
having a good time.
Nobody like looked at you or looked at us for being, whatever. Like, I turned on my shoes and I noticed that the guys next to us that were on the
other side, they was like, oh shit.
Look at the shoes. I don't know if he was like making fun of them, but they were all like,
oh no, that's cool, man. Hell. And I was like, I forgot you had them, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot this. That's gonna be awesome.
I didn't like show them off too much, like, oh, look at my fancy, look at my shoes.
Right. He was like, tut, 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 tut.
I wasn't strutting it.
No,
I
of course.
Just turn them on and,
do that. Have fun with it and everything.
I want them to strut my stuff, but not like strutting. Like, I didn't go out there and be like, look at my stuff. Look at my shoes. Sticking it up in the camera and stuff. That reminds me, I can't remember what match it was, but somebody used that girl's shoe that was in front row with us. That was Aaron Mercer.
Yeah, Mercer. Yeah, he grabbed the shoe and used it. It's like, ah!
A fan, like, he was going around and some of the fans were like, here, take this.
Yeah.
And one of them was a Truly can, so they had a little alcohol. He
Yeah.
grabbed it,
Anyway.
like took it kinda. I was just like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. So and took a sip and gave it back, or he tried to give it back, but the guy was just like, and it was like, here, take it, so I can continue wrestling. Take it.
Right. And then
That girl it's like, what else? Who else wants to chop? Because he was having people chopping him, and I was
oh
like,
yeah, the ref chopped him.
It's coming to us to chop him because I would have chopped him, but
Right.
he had the ref chop him instead, and then went around.
And then the commentator chopped him.
But then I was like, dang it, man! I was hoping I was gonna be.
I'm pretty sure if they were going to do like the fan chop, they would probably do like the kids or something. Like because like
Dude in the yellow shirt, in the corner of by the commentary booth, he chopped him.
he did.
Yeah, but he got sprayed with stuff or something like. Nastico drank some drink or whatever and like sprayed it or whatever. I don't. It was something that happened. I don't know if he chopped him or he went to chop him and he got like Nastico kind of spewed out some water or some type of
some kind of nastiness.
he like got out. He was just like, but I was hoping to be like, ooh, let me get that. Oh yeah.
Then we get the lick in there.
Chopping that Nastico.
Yeah. But man, yeah, that was cool. That whole time, like nobody was a dick. Like all the wrestlers, they seemed to me like they were all cool.
Like even like I said before, when we kind of sneak by to get to where they needed to get to.
Yeah.
Rosa passed us up.
Flicked us off. Yeah, she stopped for a second because she seen me like about to take a picture or whatever. So I'm sorry, and she went. Yeah. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that.
I was like, hey.
Yeah, and I was like, and then when Haley came through again a couple times, she was like,
yeah.
Like, how about y'all? And then, she walked it back.
A couple of wrestlers, they'd come in and out because of, it being a small venue.
Yeah, of course.
So the interactions were like, hey, good job. Hey, yeah, man, thank you.
Fist bumps and all that, yeah. So I remember we was doing that for like a bunch of the guys and girls that were coming back and forth and stuff. And Kylie too, like, we love you, and a high five.
Just, oh,
yeah. It's like, I remember you.
So, like, just the interactions, even the heels, like, when they weren't trying to be on the thing, they were cool people, which, yes,
of course.
I get it. Their real life persona is not as dickish as their heel persona.
Oh, of course, yeah. Which we found out after the show, of course.
Yeah. But
Kayfabe, though.
Some of them that are like that, keep it kayfabe, and like the main wrestlers on the WWE, they're all like.
Well, it's funny because I feel like the people that get there kind of just like get this big head that they're big like superstars and kind of above everybody. I was like, because I will say it's probably annoying to have a bunch of people come around you all the time. Like you don't have a moment to yourself at all.
You don't know what they're going through other than they probably get tons of people just bum rushing them.
Right, harassing them, being disrespectful to their family or something.
They get talked about in the highest regards.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are like really shit to people, they're like, no, that dick, or that woman's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck that.
Let's see. I'm trying to think what else stuck out.
General, man, like the sheriff.
Oh yeah, Sheriff. I felt bad because we never got to see him wrestle in person yet, because he was retiring that night.
Or the night, or the match, like, or the show before or whatever. But that's okay. you know.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching that show to see how it got to that point. And once I sign up for it, I'm gonna be binge watching it and just getting all the storyline stuff going on.
He probably had a lot going on. I mean, wrestling takes a toll on your body. Even stuff that we did in high school was taking tolls on our body.
Man.
Even though we didn't feel it, because
Oh, I felt it. I felt it. My knee dislocating and.
But I'm talking about like we were young and like taking those bumps and in practice and stuff. It was like, oh man, this hurts, but you get back up.
Yeah, like it really didn't hurt to me anyway. Anytime we were like slammed down to the mat, it didn't really hurt if that makes sense. Like so, I was just kind of like I never felt like in pain when I hit the mat. You know what I mean? Like I never really hit my head on the mat. There was like a couple of times where I got clocked, but like other than that, like I feel like it was pretty much safe. Like
doing that on a constant basis of just so long, doing it for like you, I'm sure, man, he's probably sitting there in an ice tub going, oh God, my body's
right. Oh man.
Sure, he probably had, some type of injury that has caused him to retire. And I mean, a lot of wrestlers retire young sometimes because of the fact that they put their bodies through so much.
Right. And I like see some folks like nowadays newer wrestlers are kind of trying to retire a little bit earlier. Because I remember hearing Big E saying, like I'm gonna make sure like to go out with like my body intact, like I want to walk around.
Yeah, like the bigger shows like that, like WWE, AEW, Impact, New Japan, all the different shows. Those guys put their bodies on the line, like pretty much every single night.
Yeah.
I understand why some of those WWEs and all those guys retiring, because they want to make sure that their body
is intact afterward. Because like you see all these legends just beat up afterward, and it's just like, oh man.
I mean, some of them are walking and stuff, but like it's like, oh man, like you can see in their eyes like they're in pain.
Yeah, they're always in discomfort. Like there's never, like to me it seems like there's never like a relaxing moment for them. It's like they always sit in some type of pain.
Yeah, like Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, Kurt.
He's talked about how he's in pain every day.
Yeah, neck issues and all this and that. Yeah, he effed his body up for sure. Yeah, I mean, but that's how we were back then, and especially in wrestling, you just push past it and you get through it, and then afterward you deal with the consequences afterward. You don't really think about that. So.
Yeah, and like I want to one day experience like stuff like that, where not like the pain. I mean, not the pain, but I want to experience like training. I want to train. I want to be able to be a wrestler, even if I have to hide this ugly face. I don't care. I'll wear a mask. I need to get spray tan just because of my whiteness. Like,
well, I feel like spray tan isn't really a good thing anymore to me, because you look like a fried up hot dog, whenever you do it too much.
No, I'm just like getting the like. I know that I'm not going to be wearing trunks.
No. I ain't got the legs for that.
I wear tights, no big deal.
Oh yeah.
Trunk, like my body is just not.
Yeah, you have to have a certain body for trunks, and trunks will not be para mí. Yeah.
I have to training first.
Oh, of course.
The goal, you are going to become
professional wrestlers.
You're going to. I'm like. We're gonna make it happen.
Right.
Even if we only have one match.
Right.
Entire time there, or just
to say we were able to get up in there once at least.
It's like, hey, I know what it feels like, and I know how it is.
Yeah, how it feels to do it, and then like I can tell you, like, we'll be able to tell you experiences and whatnot, and like how it goes and this and that. Now, of course, I wouldn't tell them everything, but
No,
I would say,
I'm not gonna like. I mean, people already know what's real and what's fake, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I already know because I know what's real and I know what's fake. I know the ins and outs of the business.
mm-hmm.
No. And even people that do know the ins and outs of the business are still learning the ins and outs of the business.
Mm-hmm. So true. I mean, you're always learning in wrestling anyway. You never know everything. There's always something new for you to learn. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to cut here so I can go get some food here. But thank you, everyone. I had a great. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We'll probably do another podcast. I don't know. We'll discuss it off camera.
Oh yeah, like
the rest of the weeks and all that stuff, and make a, not like an every week, but maybe like every other week.
Yeah, it could be bi-weekly. I mean, it doesn't have to be like immediately, like every week. Cause we like
cast out there every day and just talk.
Right.
I can't do that because then I'll run out of things and y'all will think I'm boring. And I'm trying to do it. But before we go, one last thing.
Yes, of course. One last plug-a-bugga-bugga.
Support the channel, outrageously chaotic podcast.
Yes,
Support
yes.
Not the merch. I'm not merching.
Not actually merch, but the show. We're just getting out there. It's our first stuff.
It's our second show.
Second show. It's our like second step up in this venture of ours.
It's not going to always be about wrestling. It could be about anything, really. It could be our day-to-day lives.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to you this week? Well, funny story. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everybody.
Yes, yes.
Thank everybody that is out there watching. We're going to tag everybody. Well,
yeah, I'm going to tag everybody that was here. Nexus, basically, all till Nexus. I'm going to tag you, of course. And like you said,
all the wrestlers that were on the card.
Yes.
We're going to tag
also, thank you all for killing it on the show. Every single one of y'all. The announcer was cool. We forgot to talk about him.
That dude's outfit was
great. Yeah, and he was cool, man. He interacted a lot.
Yeah, I even like, let's talk about the ring announcers.
So he's like, hey, that's my. And he did like a nice little spin. He's like, hey, dude. Yeah.
So thank you, everybody.
Yes.
This concludes our podcast for this evening.
Yes. Thank you, y'all.
You have friends, family, random co-workers, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Tell them if you want to laugh, you watch Outrageously Chaotic Podcast. You come watch us.
Mm-hmm.
If you want entertainment, Outrageously Chaotic Podcast.
Yes, absolutely. And
not chaotically, yeah.
But as
let you go, dude, and I'll stay texting and all that stuff.
all right.